If you're over 70 and your legs often feel cold, heavy, numb, or weak, this message may be one of the most important you'll hear this year. Imagine waking up in the morning, placing your feet on the floor, and feeling steady, warm circulation instead of stiffness and discomfort. Imagine being able to walk a little farther without that burning or cramping feeling in your calves. Now, here's the question I want you to think about very carefully for the next few seconds. What if the real problem isn't just aging legs, but a silent vitamin deficiency that most seniors are never tested for? Here's the surprising truth. After age 60 and, especially after 70, blood flow to the legs naturally declines. Arteries become less flexible, tiny blood vessels narrow, and muscles receive less oxygen. Doctors often blame this entirely on age, circulation, disease, or normal wear and tear. But research over the past decade has uncovered something critical. One specific vitamin plays a central role in keeping blood vessels relaxed, elastic, and responsive. And when levels drop, circulation to the legs suffers first. I've seen this countless times. A 74-year-old gentleman who told me, "Doctor, my legs feel tired before the rest of my body does." He thought it was just weak muscles. In reality, his muscles weren't getting enough blood. Another woman in her late 70s complained of tingling feet at night and cold calves, even under blankets. Again, not just nerves, circulation. The vitamin I'm talking about is vitamin D now. Before you dismiss that and think, "Oh, that's just for bones," stay with me because this is where most people get it wrong. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It acts like a hormone in your body. It directly affects the inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium. This lining controls whether vessels tighten or relax. When vitamin D levels are low, vessels stay more constricted. Blood has a harder time reaching the legs, especially the feet and calves, which are farthest from the heart. Here's why this matters even more. After 70, as we age, our skin becomes much less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, up to 75% less than in younger adults. Add to that less time outdoors, sunscreen use, and reduced absorption from food, and you have a perfect storm. Many seniors are deficient without realizing it. Now, let me be very clear and honest with you. No vitamin boosts blood flow 1 million times. That kind of phrase is used to grab attention. What vitamin D actually does, when used correctly, is restore a natural, healthy level of circulation that your body was designed to have. And for someone who has been deficient for years, the improvement can feel dramatic, but this is where mistakes happen. The first mistake is taking vitamin D randomly, without understanding dose or timing. More is not always better. Excessive amounts can cause calcium problems and won't improve circulation further. The second mistake is expecting overnight miracles. Blood vessels heal gradually, not instantly. And the third mistake is ignoring the signs that tell you whether it's working. So let's talk about how to use this knowledge wisely. For most adults over 70, doctors often recommend checking blood levels. But even without a test, there are physical signs you can observe. Over the first 1 to 2 weeks of proper vitamin D intake, many people notice warmer feet, slightly less nighttime leg cramping, and improved walking endurance. These are simple, real-world markers, no gadgets required. One easy way to track progress is the walking comfort test. Choose a familiar route, perhaps down your street or around your home. Walk at your normal pace and notice when discomfort starts. Is it after 3 minutes? 5 minutes? Write it down. After 7 to 14 days, repeat the same walk. Even small improvements matter. Another sign is skin temperature. Pay attention to how cold your feet feel at night. Improved circulation often means less need for thick socks or blankets. In the next part, I'm going to explain exactly how to take vitamin D safely after 70. The ideal form most seniors should use, and one simple habit that dramatically improves its effect on leg circulation. Now let's talk about how to use vitamin D correctly and safely after 70, because this is where the real benefit for leg blood flow comes from and where many people unknowingly sabotage their results. First, the form matters. Vitamin D comes mainly as D2 and D3. For older adults, vitamin D3 is the form your body recognizes and uses most efficiently. It stays active in the bloodstream longer and has a stronger effect on blood vessel function. Many seniors take whatever is cheapest on the shelf, not realizing this difference. That alone can explain why some people say, "I tried vitamin D and felt nothing." Next is dosage, and this is critical. Most adults over 70 do not need extreme doses. In fact, very high amounts can backfire. For circulation support, endothelial health, and muscle oxygen delivery, many physicians consider 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day a reasonable and safe range for seniors unless a doctor has prescribed otherwise based on blood tests. Taking 5,000 or 10,000 IU without supervision is not smarter, and it does not mean better circulation. Now here's something most people are never told. Vitamin D does not work properly unless it's absorbed correctly. Vitamin D is fat-soluble. That means if you take it on an empty stomach with just water, much of it passes through unused. One simple habit can dramatically improve absorption. Take vitamin D with your largest meal of the day. Ideally one that contains healthy fats. Even a small amount, like olive oil, eggs, yogurt, or fish, helps your body absorb it effectively. I want to pause here and address a common myth I hear from older patients. Some say, I sit near a window every day, so I get sunlight. Unfortunately, glass blocks the UVB rays your skin needs to make vitamin D. Sitting indoors near sunlight does not raise vitamin D levels. Others say, I used to get enough when I was younger, but aging skin simply cannot produce vitamin D the way it once did, no matter how sunny the day is. Now let's connect this back to leg circulation, because this is the part that truly matters to you. Vitamin D improves the function of nitric oxide inside blood vessels. Nitric oxide is what tells vessels to relax and widen. Wider vessels mean better blood flow. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching leg muscles and nerves. Over time, this can reduce that heavy, tired sensation in the legs, improve balance, confidence, and even lower the risk of falls, something every person over 70 should take seriously. But vitamin D does not work in isolation. One of the biggest reasons seniors fail to notice improvement is because magnesium levels are too low. Magnesium is required to activate vitamin D inside the body. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D remains partially inactive, like having a key that never turns the lock. Many older adults are low in magnesium due to medications, reduced appetite, or digestive changes. This doesn't mean you must immediately supplement, but foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and legumes quietly support this process. Another important factor is consistency. Vitamin D is not a painkiller you take only when symptoms appear. Blood vessel health improves gradually. Missing days, taking it sporadically, or stopping after a week because you don't feel much yet is a mistake. Most circulation-related improvements appear subtly between 7 and 21 days, especially in people who are deficient. Let me share a realistic expectation. You may not suddenly feel like you're 40 again. What you may notice is that your legs feel less cold in the evening. You may stand up from a chair with slightly more confidence. You may walk without needing to stop as quickly. These are signs that blood is reaching tissues more effectively. There's also a simple home check you can do. Gently press your thumb into the skin of your lower leg for 2 seconds and release. If color returns slowly, that can indicate sluggish circulation. Over time, faster color return is often a positive sign again. No device is required. In the next part I'll explain who should be cautious with vitamin D, which medications can interfere with it, and the warning signs that tell you you're taking too much, or that circulation issues may be coming from another cause entirely. Now, before you continue or recommend this to someone you love, it's very important to understand who should be cautious and how to recognize whether vitamin D is truly helping your leg circulation, or whether something else needs attention. Let's start with safety, because responsible health guidance always comes first. If you have a history of kidney disease, high calcium levels, or parathyroid problems, vitamin D must be used only under medical supervision. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption, and in certain conditions, that can become harmful rather than helpful. The same caution applies if you are taking medications such as certain diuretics, steroids, or heart rhythm drugs. This does not mean vitamin D is unsafe, but it does mean it should be coordinated properly. Another important point many seniors are unaware of: symptoms of too much vitamin D can look vague at first. These may include nausea, loss of appetite, unusual fatigue, frequent urination, or mental fog. These are not circulation benefits, they are warning signs. That's why staying within a reasonable daily range and avoiding mega doses is essential. Now, let's talk honestly about expectations, because misinformation causes disappointment. Vitamin D helps optimize blood vessel function, but it cannot instantly reverse advanced artery blockages or long-standing peripheral artery disease on its own. If someone has severe pain in the calves when walking that stops them after a few minutes and improves only with rest, that condition may require medical evaluation. Vitamin D can support circulation, but it is not a substitute for diagnosis when symptoms are severe or worsening. That said, here's where vitamin D shines for many people over 70. A very common problem in older adults is microcirculation decline. The tiny vessels that feed muscles and nerves become less responsive. This doesn't always show up on standard tests. The legs may feel heavy, weak, cold, or unsteady, especially in the evening. This is where vitamin D's effect on vessel signaling, inflammation reduction, and muscle efficiency can make a noticeable difference over time. So how do you know if it's working for you? One simple method is the morning stiffness check. When you wake up, before moving much, notice how your legs feel. Are they stiff and heavy? Or do they feel a bit looser than they did 2 weeks ago? Improvement here often indicates better overnight circulation. Another practical indicator is recovery time. After walking or standing, how long does it take for your legs to feel comfortable again once you sit down? Shorter recovery time often reflects improved blood flow. Also pay attention to balance confidence. Many seniors don't realize that poor leg circulation affects balance by reducing nerve feedback from the feet. As circulation improves, people often feel more grounded, even if they can't explain why. Now, let's address a very common and dangerous myth. If vitamin D helps circulation, I should combine it with every circulation supplement I can find. This is not wise. Stacking supplements, especially without understanding interactions, can strain the kidneys or interfere with medications. The goal is supporting the body, not overwhelming it. Vitamin D works best as part of a simple, consistent routine, not a supplement overload. Here's another overlooked factor: hydration. Blood flow depends on blood volume and viscosity. Many adults over 70 unintentionally drink too little water, especially if they fear nighttime bathroom trips. Even mild dehydration thickens blood and reduces circulation efficiency. Adequate hydration quietly amplifies the benefits of vitamin D. And now something crucial: movement. Vitamin D improves vessel responsiveness, but blood still needs a reason to move. Gentle daily movement, nothing extreme, is essential. Even slow walking, light ankle rotations, or standing calf raises while holding a chair help activate circulation pathways. Vitamin D prepares the roads. Movement sends the traffic through. If you do only one movement, try this. While seated, slowly lift your heels up and down 20 times, twice a day. This activates the calf muscle pump, one of the most important drivers of leg circulation. In the next part, I'll show you a simple daily routine vitamin timing, light movement, and one overlooked lifestyle adjustment that works together to maximize leg blood flow after 70 without exhaustion or risk. Now let's put everything together into a simple, realistic, daily routine, something you can actually follow, even on low energy days, and something I regularly recommend to older adults who want better leg circulation without exhausting themselves. First, let's talk about timing, because timing quietly influences results. Take your vitamin D once per day, with your largest meal that contains some healthy fat. For most people, that's lunch or dinner. Avoid taking it late at night if it affects your sleep, which can happen to some individuals. Consistency matters far more than the exact hour. Same time, same habit, every day. Now, within 30 to 60 minutes after that meal, add gentle movement. This is not exercise in the traditional sense, it's circulation activation. Start with 2 to 5 minutes of easy walking. Indoors is fine, down a hallway, around the living room, or even marching lightly in place while holding a chair. The goal is to signal your blood vessels that blood is needed in the legs. Vitamin D helps vessels relax, but movement tells them where to send the blood. Next, while seated, perform ankle circles. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and rotate the ankles slowly 10 times in each direction. Switch feet. This improves blood return from the lower legs and reduces pooling in the ankles and feet. Then do heel raises. While holding onto a stable surface, raise your heels slowly, then lower them slowly. Even 10 repetitions are enough. This activates the calf muscles, often called the second heart, because they help pump blood upward against gravity. Altogether, this routine takes under 10 minutes. Now let me explain why this combination is so powerful after 70. Vitamin D improves vessel responsiveness at a cellular level. Movement uses that responsiveness to deliver oxygen and nutrients to leg muscles and nerves. Over time, this improves muscle efficiency, reduces fatigue, and can lessen that dull aching or heaviness many seniors feel in the legs by evening. Another often ignored adjustment is foot positioning during rest. Many people sit for long periods with feet tucked under chairs or crossed. This compresses blood vessels behind the knees. Simply placing both feet flat on the floor and occasionally elevating them slightly during rest can improve blood return. Let's also talk about temperature awareness. Cold causes blood vessels to constrict. Seniors with poor circulation are especially sensitive to this. Keeping legs warm, especially calves and feet, supports better blood flow and helps vitamin D's effects show up more clearly. This does not mean overheating, it means avoiding prolonged cold exposure. Now, an important reality check. If you've had poor circulation for years, you may not notice dramatic changes in the first few days. That's normal. What you're looking for are subtle trends: less nighttime leg discomfort, warmer feet, improved steadiness when standing, slightly longer walking tolerance. These are early wins. One of the most reliable signs that circulation is improving is reduced evening leg fatigue. Many older adults say, "My legs just feel done by 6 p.m. when circulation improves." That shutdown feeling often becomes less intense or comes later in the day. Also pay attention to skin appearance. Healthier circulation often leads to improved skin color and less dryness in the lower legs over time. Now, let me warn you about one common mistake that undoes progress: long periods of stillness. Sitting for hours without movement counters everything we're trying to accomplish. Set a simple rule for yourself: stand up or move your legs at least once every 30 to 60 minutes during the day, even if just for 60 seconds. In the final part, I'll explain how long to try this approach, what results are realistic within 7 to 14 days, and how to know whether to continue, adjust, or seek further evaluation. I'll also leave you with a clear, motivating next step. Now let's talk about what results are realistic, how long to try this approach, and how to make a confident decision about your next step, because clarity creates motivation, and motivation creates consistency. If you are over 70 and have been low in vitamin D for months or years, your body will not change overnight. Blood vessels, nerves, and muscles heal gradually. But the good news is this: circulation responds faster than many people expect when the body finally gets what it needs. For most people, the first 7 days bring subtle but meaningful signals. Feet may feel slightly warmer at night. That deep, Tired feeling in the calves may be a little less intense. Standing up from a chair may feel more stable, even if only slightly. These are not imagination, they are early signs that blood flow is improving at the tissue level. Between days 7 and 14, improvements often become more noticeable. Walking comfort may improve. Recovery after activity may be quicker. Nighttime leg cramps or tingling may reduce in frequency. Many people say, "My legs just feel more alive." That's circulation. This is why I strongly encourage you to commit to a 7 to 14-day trial, not a 2-day experiment. Consistency allows your blood vessels to adapt, your muscles to receive better oxygen, and your nervous system to regain confidence in movement. Now let's talk about decimating. After 14 days, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Are my legs warmer or less heavy, especially in the evening? Can I walk or stand with slightly more comfort or confidence? Do my legs recover faster after activity? If the answer to even one of these is yes, that's progress and a reason to continue. If there's no change at all, that doesn't mean failure. It means circulation issues may have additional causes such as advanced arterial disease, nerve conditions, or medication effects that require medical evaluation. Vitamin D supports the system, but it does not replace diagnosis when symptoms persist or worsen. And now, an important reminder. This approach works best when you keep it simple. 1 appropriate dose of vitamin D3 daily. Gentle, daily movement. Hydration, warmth, consistency, no supplement overload, no extreme expectations. Health after 70 is not about pushing harder. It's about supporting the body intelligently. I want to leave you with this thought. Aging does not automatically mean poor circulation. Many of the changes we accept as normal aging are actually signals of missing support. When blood flows better, everything feels easier: movement, balance, confidence, independence. So here's your action step. Try this routine for the next 7 to 14 days. Observe your legs, notice the small changes, write them down if needed. Let your body show you what it can still do when it's properly supported. If you found this helpful, stay consistent and keep listening to your body. Small, daily actions, done correctly, can create meaningful change at any age. You're not trying to turn back time, you're helping your body work better right now. Thank you for taking this step for your health.